Next up, we have Cammie. Cammie is going to be sharing next. Cammie, on your mark, get set, go.
Hello from Canada. So my 3 minute idea is about getting students engaged and up and around physically without any technology at all. So this would actually be great between maybe some computer stints to get students up and around. So if we set up the classroom, this is what it looks like. I print out numbers 1 to 10, and I put those around my classrooms, kind of like stations. And I have around the edge of the class, and I usually have two hanging from the ceiling so that there's a space in the middle just for students to gather. And then the other thing that we need is some kind of a random name grouper, a generator, but one that groups the names. And so I might have a group of 4 kids or 3 kids, and I can decide how many groups I have that day. If I have a smaller class, I sometimes don't use all the 10 groups. Sometimes I just use 5. But what I do then is I take an activity that we normally would do. So let's say maybe we're just doing a few questions in a work booklet. So instead of students just doing the work on their own, they get together and they have a discussion. Or I really use this in my social studies class if there's like a historical map or a political cartoon that they have to try to decipher. They get together and they talk about it. And so what this does is it really works in group work and conversation in a way that feels like they're not doing it, because you don't announce, well, we're going to work in groups. You just put them all together. After they do it a couple times, it works really good. So I might say, okay, we're going to do question number 1, and I put the names into the random generator, and so they all know to go to group 2 or 4 or 6, and they go stand there, and I put 3 minutes on the timer or whatever, and then they do the activity that takes 3 or 4 minutes, and then I say, okay, next group. I spin the generator again, they get a new number, they go to the number, and then they work with another group of kids. And so what it does is, instead of kids just sitting at their desk and getting distracted, it actually really helps kids focus, because it's a new group. Now, the first time it's a little crazy because it's something new, but after you do it 1 or 2 times, they're like totally into it. They know where to go, how to get there. I have them take either a book, or who has textbooks anymore, right? So I keep an old stack of old atlases in my room. They're just the right size for a piece of paper. They carry their paper around, and we go through questions, and it actually helps us get done really quickly because we're on task, and we can actually go through a bunch of questions that they might just get distracted otherwise and not bother doing. Here, there's a little bit of peer pressure, soft pressure, because, oh, the other kids are writing it, I better write it too. And so it's a really nice way to break up any subject, any task. You can do 2 rounds, 4 rounds. I wouldn't do more than 5, but it's just a way to get up and around and thinking, and lots of good engagement. So that's it.